They say that courage is made in Palestine, and I would say that their courage has been exported around the entire world. A name that was obliterated, removed from maps and atlases, taken from our global consciousness, but once again revived on the tip of the tongue of every nation on planet Earth. The Palestinians have endured. We have watched you, Palestinians. We have watched you in the dead of night from the glow of our phones. We have watched your women as they have wailed and howled over the bodies of their tiny children. We have watched your paramedics work courageously, and we have watched your fathers carry the limbless and headless bodies of their infants, raised up high for the world to see. We have watched your courage and your defiance and your steadfast approach to protecting what's yours. We have watched your humour and your culture and your dance. We have watched as your buildings have been systematically destroyed, your hospitals, your schools, your universities, your houses. We have watched as those who bomb them act with arrogance and glee. And they talk, don't they, of God's chosen people. And those of us who weren't religious before, we certainly are now, because we've seen the devil at work. We have seen the glint in his eye and the happiness, glee and satisfaction that comes from the death and the destruction. And we have watched the tens of thousands of little blue bags lined up in mass graves. And we have watched your children sing despite it all. And the more we learned, and the more we cried, and the more we begged, and the more we pleaded, and the more we spoke, the courage we gleaned from you, Palestinians, because every time we felt afraid or unsure, we would come back to you. We would come back to you, and you would replenish our cups of courage. And as we would witness those who call themselves God's chosen people destroy the very essence of life, whether it's a tree, a dog, a horse, a baby, a mother, a father, or a paramedic, or indeed the doctors and journalists, of which there were many, they did this with satisfaction and glee and arrogance. I don't think God would work that way. But you, my dears, you never, ever portrayed yourselves as the victims, or even as God's chosen people. You just led the way. As true leaders, you've led the way. And for that, I thank you. And it's a true honour to be on this planet at this time, to breathe the same air as you, because you're leading us all out of the darkness and into liberation. And whenever I feel fearful, I come back, I replenish my courage with you, and now I stand firm. They can incarcerate us, they can counsel us, they can intimidate us, they could kill us. But at this point in my life, when it comes to hundreds of thousands of Palestinians and 50% children, I will never feel fear again. So thank you. Free